Well, now it is, but the first time I just did this, it was like, hey, I don't want to work. So now, it better be working. It better be. Because I'm about to lose my mind on Streamlabs right now. I'm about to lose my mind. Not even Streamlabs' fault. Streamlabs didn't do anything wrong. Why is the YouTube logo showing up on Google? What is happening right now? Why? Why is life like this sometimes? We're just... Alright, I think we should be good now. Oh, now you're not in the garage. Apparently the garage didn't want to work. Garage didn't want to cooperate, so we're back in the office. I tried. This is what happened. See, now there's a typo in the title. I was trying to rush things, and now I got a typo in the title. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for now until after it's uploaded. Then I'll fix it. I'm stressed. Everything's stressful. I wanted to mix it up, do a live stream in the garage. It would be fun. Different background, fun things. Nope.
We didn't have the Wi-Fi for that.
We don't have the Wi-Fi for that. We don't have the range extenders for that, I guess. But
not bad. I'll buy range extenders.
Don't,
I'm going on Amazon right now.
Don't you dare. Don't do it. All right. Tyler, what's going on? Xander, round 2 on this. Great success. We're trying again. Oh, now you're not in the garage. Back in the office. Let's try again. Yo, hello, Fox. Typo in the title. I will fix that after this. Omni, what's going on, man? How are you? Wi-Fi is back. Yeah, we just came back in the office where I'm directly like hard plugged into the Wi-Fi. I guess it's not Wi-Fi if I'm directly hard plugged into it, isn't it? Well, it is because
no, it is.
That's Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I'm just plugged into Wi-Fi. If that makes sense, it's weird. It's technology.
To the router.
Technology's weird, man. Zachary, what's going on? Technical difficulties. See, this is what happens. We try to do something new and then technical difficulties, but we'll work it out. We will get to a point where we can do live streams in the garage. We'll get there. Oh, hi there, AJ. Welcome back, man. Hey, man. Got my SF intake in my 06. Holy crap, it's way louder. It is. Those SF intakes, any aftermarket intakes, are going to be like insanely louder. 100%. I'm all for them. I like them. I dig them. They sound good. 100% good. Xander, yeah, you're good. Perfect. Welcome back. Perfect. All right, glad everything is... I mean, everything should be working smoothly in here, considering this is where we do all of our live streams all the time. What's up, homie? It's been a minute. I've been away from YouTube, but I got my degree in mechanical engineering. Congrats, Mickey. That's a good degree to get. I remember I was trying to get mechanical engineering, and then I realized all the math that I had to do, and I didn't want to do it anymore. Congrats, dude. It's a good degree to get. James, it's not that bad. Let's go. We are back, baby. That's what I'm saying. Howdy, glad you're back. Thank you. Aluminum and metal really affects the signal of Wi-Fi.
We have a lot of...
There's a lot of metal. There's a lot of metal out in the garage. Yeah. I mean, that could be a power line extender. Go. Buy a really long Ethernet cable. We could do that too.
Yeah, you can get like a 250.
Like 250 feet?
Yeah.
What do I need 250 feet of Ethernet for?
You need 250, man.
It's a lot of Ethernet.
Next time we can stream in the backyard.
We could stream from the neighbor's house?
Yep.
On our Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
I like it. I freaking made it to the live stream. KG, what's going on, dude? What's going on? Despite the technical difficulties, you made it. Need the Ethernet directly plugged into the router. Well, we have these... What are these? What are these things called? Eros? We have like these Eero pods that we use around the house. Definitely, they work good for Wi-Fi, except when you go out in the garage. It's the only spot they don't really work. I thought you were going for Mario sound. That's why I read it. What is the title? What did I title this video? What does it say? What is the title of this video, Matt? But if it sounds like Mario, maybe I'll leave it then. Maybe I'll leave it. It's Ethernet. So I put a full turbo back on the 15... Sexy Rexy. Ooh, look at that, some wordplay. The title. What is the title?
I don't even see your live on here.
I need to know now. I need to know what the title is. Round 2, Leta try again.
Let that try again.
All right, we're keeping it.
Let it try again.
I'm just gonna keep it in there. Not even gonna do it. Yo, shame the garage didn't work. I know, right? We're trying to do a change of scenery, just didn't work. I saw the post on Insta. How's the Manny looking? No change from yesterday, unfortunately. I had to go to Subaru today to buy a fitting, so that way we could put the oil filter up on there. So that way, when we go to build the passenger side of the exhaust manifold, we can clear the oil filter. We were supposed to go down there to do it today. But I think that ship has sailed for today, and I don't think that's happening. So, still on standby for it. I have like half that video shot. Once the fabricator gets some time again and he starts working on it, I will be down there giving it the old college try, trying to record all of it. Just trying to record it all and get some videos going on that stuff. It was fun while it lasted. Where's your garage? I'm smoking too much. Something but on purpose. See, the garage, it's like we teleported. But all we did was walk like 20 feet. I got a Borla exhaust for my 21 STI. Will it be loud? I don't think I've ever heard of Borla in person. Have you?
No.
I have never heard of Borla in person. I've heard them in videos, but I've never heard them in person, so I don't know to which the degree of loudness that it'll be. I don't know.
They normally like to go more like smooth.
On Borla?
Yeah.
I like how you're just a shadow in the background of the video, Matt, creeping and lurking.
Yeah.
How you doing? Is it safe to use 5W30 instead of 0W20? Manufacturer recommends. I'm guessing that's for 2020 or 2015 plus WX. You're totally fine using 5W30. I used 5W40 in the BRZ, and that one was spec'd out to 020 also. Totally fine doing it. Just keep in mind, if you live in like an extremely cold climate or an extremely hot climate, oil grade is definitely going to play a factor in what you put in the car. But for like standard normal use purposes, 5W30 will be just fine. Just traded my 2020 WX for 2021 World Rally Blue STI. Ooh. It seems like that's a popular option that a lot of people do, is swap out their 2015 plus WXs for STIs. I mean, congrats. It's a good upgrade. What are your thoughts on burble tunes for an STI? Burble tunes. Personally, I am not a huge fan of burble tunes. I had one on the BRZ. I very, very, very rarely used it. With burble tunes, what you're doing is you're dumping excess fuel into the exhaust, so that way you get the pops and the bangs and whatnot. What you're doing is you're decreasing your fuel mileage. If you have a catalytic converter, you're going to be killing your cats over time. You could potentially wash your cylinder walls with excess fuel, and then that excess fuel will drain down into your oil. It'll contaminate your oil. It'll decrease the oil longevity or the oil lifespan a little bit. So it's just a little bit better of an idea to potentially change your oil just a little bit sooner on burble tunes. But aside from that, I mean, they're loud, they pop, they bang, they make all the fun noises that everyone loves. They're not bad. They're just not my cup of tea. Could do a 0 to 60 foot poles in the cars with a 250 foot cable. Are we doing that? Is that a thing? 0 to 250 foot poles with a 250 foot cable? Or 0 to 60 poles?
What?
We could do it. Let's do it. Yo, what?
Are we talking about Ethernet cables still?
Yeah, we're still. Well, that comment was in reference to Ethernet cables.
Let's do it.
All right.
We put an Ethernet cable
No. Let's tie one end of the Ethernet cable to the back of my car, one end of the Ethernet cable to the back of your car.
A quarter of a second.
And then we just go opposite direction.
That's how long that'll last.
It'll just bloop.
Yeah.
It'll bloop.
Somebody's getting a broken window.
What transmission am I going to use in the 17 STI? I'm going to use the stock 6-speed that came in the car originally till it blows up. Once it blows up, then I guess we'll kind of figure that out from there. Maybe we'll do a PPG gear set. Maybe we'll do a sequential transmission. I don't know. That entirely depends on budget and how much it costs. Round 2, Leta try again. See, look at that. Maybe I want to keep the Leta. Maybe I'm just going to keep it. What's up, man? Missed the last 2 streams. Well, welcome, Ricky. Welcome to the current stream. How long until engine builders start building FA24s for big power? Aside from the cross-trek guinea pig, I think you mean Ascent? No, they did do one. They did do the FA24 swap in the cross-track. I don't know why I was thinking otherwise. We already know about...
Prime motoring.
That's prime motoring. Is it prime motoring different from IAG or the same?
Different.
Are they?
Yeah.
I always thought they were same for some reason. Don't know why. I don't know. I foresee people starting to build FA24s, I don't know, 6 months as soon as they start coming out. So that way, like, engine builders can disassemble them, dissect them, learn more about them, see what's going on with them. Be like, all right, we need these parts, and we'll probably see, like, Manly Performance, CP, all these other, like, internal manufacturers start building rods and pistons for them, and then they'll probably start coming out to the market, and then you're going to start getting built FA24s. I don't see built FA24s being much more expensive than like a built FA20, considering the internal structure and internal design. I wonder if does the FA24 have offset rods like the FA20? Do we know? Do we know?
I don't.
I hope it doesn't, because
I think
that's
does.
Gonna be the weak point. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up right now. FA24 rods. Let me pull up a screen share.
Yes, it does.
Does it? Does
yes,
it? What are you saying?
I see both.
What do you mean you see both? Hold up, I'm pulling up window capture device. Window capture device. FA24 Subaru rods. Can I even find... Interesting article shows FA24 rods are direct fit into what? Into what? Into the FA20. So if they are a direct fit from the FA24 into the FA20, it's going to be an offset rod. If it's an offset rod, that's going to be the weakest point.
Wait.
Here's the link. That's what I want to see. Give me that link right there. Watch it pull up some like weird website. 404 blog not found. How dare they? How dare they? I think it's pretty cool because as some of us know the weak point of the FA20 are its rods. Turns out you can get a set of FA24 rods for about $300, which is about if someone's buying rods for their FA20 WRX, at that point I'd hope you'd go like Manly or something aside from just buying stock FA24 rods. Looking to tune to about 350 gives you some extra money towards other areas of the build. Why are you doing...
Why would you have issues tuning to 350 on?
I mean, I've seen some FA20 rods get sent to the moon. There's no photos, though. Is this Reddit? Am I on Reddit? I'm on Reddit right now. I've seen some FA20 rods go, like, straight to the moon. But then again, that could also be attributed to, like, tuning. Mm-hmm. Prime Motoring has swapped and has sent FA24 DIT into their Crosstrack. Their goal is to gain insight on the FA24's capabilities and get ahead of the learning curve for the next-gen STI, assuming it gets a version of the FA24. How much would it suck if they did all this research into the FA24 and then they just were like, we're doing something else? Like, Subaru was like, we're not going to use an FA24.
We were just kidding.
Tuned by JR, making 537 and 490 foot-pounds on 22 PSI E56. They continued past the 560 wheel horsepower, but ran out of fuel, leaning out to 15.1 AFR, ultimately melting a piston. They believe the stock bore should be capable of 600 plus with the auxiliary port injection, aka dual injection. Does the FA24 have dual injection like the BRZ, the Toyota D4S system? Do you know?
No.
It doesn't?
No.
Why is this? And they
with
believe the stock block.
Oh,
with injection. So like the
so
with the BRZ manifold and whatnot. Hey, the BRZ manifold bolts right up to that. Nice. Interesting. Okay, so, I mean, we're getting a little bit off topic here with all the FA24 stuff, but, I mean, hey, good stuff. Good stuff on that one. Okay, thanks, brother. Also, we had an awesome Subaru turnout, Cars and Coffee, Wichita this morning. There's some after meets tomorrow that I might go to.
Where at?
The Mod Garage is having one. I think at, like, 5:30 tomorrow night after Import Face-Off. Nice. I might go. I don't know. Should I get the 2021 STI or wait for the 2022 with the FA engine? Like I've said before, with all new engine designs that Subaru comes out with, expect problems with that engine within the first 6 to 12 months. I would wait a year if you heavily want an STI with an FA engine, and they do put the FA24 in the STI like we all presume they will. I personally would wait a year till after it comes out. Make sure all the issues are worked out. Look, they did the same thing with the Supra.
I don't think they're going to have any problems with the engine when it comes out, because that engine will be a few years old at that point.
Well, it's going to be different than the one in the Ascent.
But the only thing that's really going to be different is, like, the size of turbo and everything that's on it.
And what if that causes problems? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm just get a warranty.
I mean, you do. Yeah, we all know how.
I personally on that topic, because I'm kind of. I mean, I'm not looking for a new car, but I'm interested in the new one.
What do you mean? You're saying you were looking at getting into the new BRZ?
Oh yeah, well. Yeah.
Is that not?
Yeah.
Is that not a thing anymore?
Nah, we'll see. But I'm gonna wait and see what the new one looks like before
the new STI.
Yeah, before I.
Aside from all like the shady renders that we've seen, yeah. Aside from all like
and then be like shit, because the last thing you can do, knowing this with the Crosstrack, if you buy a car, you're not gonna be able to trade it in and not flip negative equity onto a new loan if you want to for like a couple of years. So
that is true.
Don't lock it in if you're thinking about the other one.
Lock it in?
Don't lock it in.
Don't lock it in.
Don't lock it in.
Borla and Cobb Catback are super similar. I think I have a Cobb and it's a mature growl. I like the wording on that. It's a mature growl.
She growls, but she's mature.
It's a mature growl. My 17WX is at the body shop for a few weeks due to body damage all over the passenger side because of the stoner on the road. Unfortunately, Omni got hit the other day. Hopefully, it's a quick turnaround time at the body shop. Thankfully, the police and insurance are helping me. Well, I am glad that you're getting help through them, my dude. I know the Remark R1 is pretty loud, but a good deep sound with a catless downpipe. That is good to hear. Good and deep. That's what we like.
Nice.
That's what she liked. I'm a child, dude. I'm
Stop it.
5.
Rewind this.
I'm a child. I'm
Rewind.
sorry. Dude, perfect time for a live stream headed to work. Ooh, what's going on at work tonight, my friend? Oh, update. RX-8 still refuses to run. Starting the drivetrain part out after I get the bike sold. Just going to swap it instead of buying the FRS right now. Oh, but get the FRS! Get the first!
What are you swapping it with?
Who, Fox?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What's he doing?
Well, it's a surprise. RX-8 still refuses starting the drivetrain part out after I get the bike sold. Just going to swap it instead of... Yeah, Fox, what are you swapping it with? Now I'm curious.
Yeah, what are you swapping it with, dude?
What do you stream it with? If you're streaming camera capture 24 frames and YouTube sending it out as 30, it shouldn't be. I have Streamlabs set up so that way it's sending it out at 24. Does it look natural? I think it does. I don't know. My dad's 2020 or 2012 STI has trouble starting. If you wait too long, it doesn't start. If you start too fast, it cranks but doesn't start. I was thinking it could be a sensor problem. What do you think? 2012 STI, if you wait too long, it doesn't start? What do you mean? Like after on a hot start?
Or like turn the key on and let it sit there for a while?
If you start too fast, it cranks but doesn't start. Is it throwing any check engine lights? Is it if you put the key in and you wait too long to start it? Or is it like if you start the car and then shut it off and then try to start it again? Like it won't start? Xander, give me a little more information on that one, my man. Burble tunes are annoying on any make or chassis. That's why I say, personally, I'm not a huge fan of burble tunes. It's the throttle response from a burble tune also. Did you ever drive the BRZ?
I don't think I did with the burble tune.
It felt like crap.
I don't think it was tuned yet because it was right after you got the clutch.
Oh, yeah, no. Did you never drive it when it was turboed? I thought you drove it. Oh, I thought you did.
You sold it too soon.
I thought you did.
I didn't get a chance.
We're
going to have to buy another one and turbo another.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's do it then. Hey, Smitty, I just noticed a tiny bit of rust on the tip of my burnt blue exhaust tip. Do you know if there's anything I can do to fix it? I've had this cat back for 5 months. You're going to have to sand the rust off, and then you're going to have to put something over it to protect the metal to keep it from rusting. What zinc plating is one thing that I know people do. They have like small little zinc touch-up like kits. You can anodize it. I don't know if you can anodize something that small, like a small area. I think you have to like actually dip that in a solution that has electricity flowing through it to properly be able to anodize it. When I was in aerospace, they used some like weird yellow liquid. I'm trying to remember the name of it. And I started with an A. I don't remember the name of it. If I remember the name of it, I'll come back. But you could do like small touch-up zinc plating on it or something like that. They have solutions out there that you can put on metal to stop it from rusting. But you're going to have to sand the rust off first and then put the solution on there. If I can think of the name of what I used to use, I'll definitely throw it out there. I'll keep it like in the back of my mind. So that way if I remember like somewhere in the archives, I can dig it out. Recommendations for a cheap turbo manifold. Want a turbo the 1.8. Cheap turbo manifold.
Want a turbo the 1.8.
eBay. I think eBay would be the cheap. I think eBay is going to be the cheapest that I could think of. But then again, you're going to be fighting with quality. But I mean, if you're just shooting for cheap, I mean, eBay. You probably get a set for like $70 on eBay.
Alibaba.
AliExpress. Well, normally the MOQ on AliExpress is like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of manifolds. Tiny bit. How much power do you think you'll get out of the STI?
All of it.
All of the power. I think we're going to run out of fuel before anything else, and I think we're going to have to swap the injectors from the 1300s over to 1700s at some point, and I think the 1300s are probably going to cap out. Actually, let's do a fuel calculator. Because not fuel cost, injector size, maybe, fuel calculator, here we go. Oh, FIC is the one who has a calculator. That's nice. Let's see, so we have number of cylinders, 6, fuel pressure, base, we'll set to 43, no, thank you FIC, I don't want to talk to you. Engine aspiration turbocharged, horsepower desired at crankshaft, if we go 1,000, and we have injector duty cycle, we'll say 80%. What was that, 1300s? Dude, look at that. That's perfect. So the 1300s at 80% duty cycle
On gas.
on pump gas should get us to 1,000 horsepower. If I want to do 1,000 on E85, I'm going to have to get 1,700s. And that's at 80%. What if I ran those to 95? What would that get us at? 1,100? What happens if I ran those 1,300s at gasoline? 1,050 at 100%. Look at how it goes down. So at 100% duty cycle, it'll pump out 1050. At 95, it'll pump out 1105. Interesting. I'm guessing it like blue. All right, what about at the wheels? Because at the wheels is what we want. So at 80% duty cycle, shooting for 1,000 horsepower at the wheels, we're already going to be fighting with injectors. How much would 900? 900 is probably, I'm guessing those injectors are going to cap out at like 900 horsepower.
Well, they'll push it more than 80.
Well, yeah. All right, so we'll say we go
it's
90.
Just for long-term usage, you don't really want to go
What?
for 80.
What is this? So, oh, that's 900
Yeah.
horsepower. I was like, hold up. Okay, well, even then, at 900 horsepower desired at the wheels 900, duty cycle 90%, gasoline 1200s. So that's totally fine. Now, if we bump that up to 1,000, what was it? So 1,000 at the wheels, 1341. So we could probably push those injectors. If we push them to 95%, which I would be a huge fan of doing, 1271, but we could do it. We could definitely do it. If you guys are ever curious on like how or like, and you can also bump up fuel pressure if you wanted to. So if we bumped up fuel pressure, let's say to like 49.5 just for the hell of it, you could see that like it obviously takes less injector. But if you guys are ever curious on how to calculate like what size injector you need, definitely check out this calculator that FIC has. It makes life so much easier. This is how I calculated out what injectors to originally order for the car. At some point, obviously, we're going to have to swap them out to be able to run E85 in the car. But for pump gas, we should be good. So I'm guessing the injectors will probably cap us out around like 900 to 950 at like 85 to 90% duty cycle. Do I recommend an access port for WRX 2021? 100%. It'll like clean up the rev hang a decent amount. It'll give you parameters that you can monitor. It is your gateway drug into modifying in the Subaru world. 100%. What up, my dude? Good to see you back. What up, McDuffie? I'm digging that name. I think the FA24 got away from the offset rods. So far from what we've seen, it still has the offset rods, unfortunately. Chat, don't you jump on me. Hey, Tanner, I've currently done TGV deletes, pencil holders, with other supporting mods my 06 STI, and I've gotten a base map from Ambot, but now it starts but won't idle, throwing a code of P2227. Well, what is P2227? Subaru P2227. What do we got for P22? Oh, it's
transcode.
That's Outback. Is that a transcode?
I thought twos would be like a,
hey guys, I have a check engine light on. I can't find.
Barometric sensor or something.
Is it baro sensor? Where do you see that? Barometric pressure. Make sure. So if you did TGV deletes on older cars, sometime. What year was it that you just said? What year was it? 06 STI. Your barometric pressure sensor is inside of your TGV delete, which sucks. Same way with the 05 STI when I did the TGV deletes in that car. Your barometric pressure sensor will reside inside of the TGV housings. So what you're going to have to do is have Ambot either disable the barometric pressure sensor, or if you still have your stock TGV housings, you're going to have to pull the baro sensor out of there. It's a little bit stupid. I just had them turn it off for mine because I didn't even have the stock TGVs anymore. Yeah, so I just had them disable the baro sensor. It's not the end of the world. Either have them disable it or just plug it back in, whatever. I forget which side. I think it's on the driver's side rear for the baro sensor on the TGV housing, but you can either pull it off, plug it back in, or just have them disable it. After almost 2 months at the shop, my car's almost ready. Ooh, got issues with the bigger turbo and I had to roll back to my previous one. Bigger is not always better. Sometimes you got to do some modification to get some bigger stuff to fit, which isn't not always a bad thing. Happy to support the channel. I appreciate it, Mosel. Went with the Pro Tune instead of an E-Tune. 300 wheel horsepower from an intercooler. SF intake. 1050 injection with some DW300C fuel pump. Some good action right there. Good action. I want to tune to 91 octane for simplicity. And the bigger turbo apparently won't give much power and loses a lot of torque unless I go to 93. Well, why would you want to... Tuning at 91 doesn't necessarily give more simplicity. If you have 93 readily available in your area, by all means, I I would just use 93 over 91. We have 92, which is weird. Some places, or some people didn't even know we had 92. Or 92 was a thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's like all we have for a premium.
From what I think I know on this, is that octane rating at fuel stations goes by sea level. I don't know how accurate that is.
By sea level?
Yeah. Like some areas you'll get 93, 91, 92, and I think they base it off of sea level. How do they determine that? I'm not gonna start digging that up. If anyone knows, like
that's weird if the same octane is a different octane at different.
Well, there's gotta be a reason that we have 92, some places have 93, and some places have 91 when all of the fuel, like Shell. I've seen Shell carry 93, 91, and 92. So there's gotta be a reason why they blend it to a 92, a 91, and a 93 per region.
Yeah.
I would think. Because if they carry 93 in general, you'd think everyone would just get 93.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know.
That's weird.
Can we get wireless Apple CarPlay, please?
Nope.
There you go. There you go. Do you know why my car dies when it's hot outside and I push the clutch in while in boost? It's like I can't catch idle properly. 2004 WRX, lightweight flywheel, no vacuum leaks that I know, good volts. The only thing that the biggest thing that'll jump out to me is a vacuum leak. Like that's what I'll. But then if it's dying when it's hot outside and you push in the clutch, so you're pushing in the clutch. I can't even think of anything that would be related to that. Pushing the clutch, car dies.
When it's hot.
Only when it's hot. I have no idea on that one. Like I can't even think of something that would be connected to that. Like. No, I got nothing on that one, Christian. But if you think...
So you're not at idle, though. You're saying you're pushing the clutch in while in boost.
Wait. My car dies when it's hot outside and I push... Why are you pushing the clutch in while you're in boost? Because you're only in boost when you're on the gas.
Yeah.
Unless you're flat foot shifting. But your car would die immediately. And it's like it can't catch idle properly. I honestly have no idea on that one.
Unless you got like a sensor or something that when it's hot.
Yeah, but then it should throw a check engine light.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily because the BRZ wouldn't do that. But when the MAF sensor got too hot, because the turbo was right there, it would freak out. That car would flip out. So what I ended up doing is I put that gold tape on all of the sensors. Yeah, and it fixed the issue. I don't know. I don't know if that helps, but I honestly have no idea on that one. Xander, my dad's going to get the new STI when it comes out. I'll let you know how it feels. Please do. He's been driving my WRX since 2002. Listen, that's always nice. That's always nice to see a new family member come in and join the world of Subaru. My tuner said anything over 350 wheel horsepower and torque will blow the motor. FA20 is what we're referring to. My daily is at 350 wheel horsepower, 295 torque. E85 gives another 75 wheel horsepower at higher RPM. I need to go back to E85. I miss E85. So smaller turbo, but bigger than OEM. But the water meth, Killer Bee oil pan, and oil cooler will do me in my case. Water meth. I don't see too many people using water meth anymore. I know
the last person close to us that I remember who was running
Cameron.
Yeah, in his Evo,
and it gave him issues.
Well, because he'd say he didn't have a failsafe. Like
that is also true.
If you're running a meth system, make sure that you have a failsafe gauge. That way, if you run out of meth, it doesn't still think you have meth and then blow your motor up
just completely
out of nowhere.
Just always completely grenade itself.
Yeah.
57 people are watching, but only 17 likes. That's what I'm saying. Mickey coming in here, policing people up. I'm all about it. Fox should swap it with a 13B from an FD. Are there any 13B swapped RX-8s? There's gotta be.
Yeah.
There's gotta be. 13B.
Nobody likes a Renesis.
No one likes a what?
Renesis.
How hard is the RX-8 13B swap? Fox, this is what we want to see.
Yeah, Fox, tell us.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. That's a gnarly turbo. Here's the thing with 13Bs. They're such tiny engines. They're tiny. Let's make a 13B go-kart. That would be cool. And like all the 13Bs I see are always V-mount. Everyone does V-mounts in 13Bs.
Because they're so short.
That's true. There's tons of room. Look at that. There's one right there. There's another one. Another one. There's a lot of them. Fuck.
How any turbo that you see on a 13B is bigger than the engine?
Like that?
No, like go back
Well,
to...
that one's not. Are you talking about this one
That
or...
one. The one on the stand.
This? Oh, on the stand. That one.
Like...
Dude, it's such a tiny engine.
There is more turbo.
There's only 2 ports?
Yeah.
I thought there's... Oh, it's a 2-rotor. That's why. Duh. I thought it was a 3-rotor for some reason. It's not. What is it? The Cosmos was a 3-rotor? Mm-hmm. Let's get a Cosmos, man. I'd be down for a rotary. I like rotaries.
Let's just make our own, like, 7-rotor.
I have no idea. I've seen Rob Dahm try to make a 4-rotor, and that thing already looks...
Sandwiches. There's a BMW
incredibly
that has, like, a 12-rotor.
How?
I don't know.
A 12-rotor.
I'm pretty sure it's a 12-rotor.
And it's a BMW. 12-rotor BMW. Wow.
That's confusing.
That's a lot of brakes. Yeah. I'm not gonna dig through all these. We're not doing that. First time catching the live. Just want to say thanks for all your videos, effort, and knowledge. I appreciate it, David. Stats for Nerds says 30 frames. It does look a bit off. I will check after this stream. It should still be a 24. It should always be a 24. What drivetrain mods do you need for 1,000 wheel horsepower STI? Axles, control arms, bushings, drive shaft, coilovers, anything else? I mean, axles, yes. Transmission, if you can afford to, or if you don't mind upgrading it to a stronger gear set, by all means do so. The control arms themselves should be fine, at least the stock front aluminum control arms. Bushings, yes. Drive shaft, I would highly suggest swapping over to like a carbon fiber drive shaft. Coilovers, yes. Transmission mount, motor mounts, pitch stop mount, rear diff bushings, the rear diff cradle, all that stuff, I would highly suggest swapping it all out.
Okay, I may have exaggerated a little bit.
How many rotors is that?
2.
So it's a 10 rotor?
It's a 6.
Oh, okay, so it's a 6 rotor.
BMW.
Didn't you say it was a 12 rotor?
Yeah, I like to take whatever I'm
saying.
It's
a 6 rotor.
By 2. Just adds dramatic effect.
Chad, what up, dude? Tanner and Matt, hope you are doing well, my dudes. We're chilling, we're kicking it, we're hanging out.
I'm doing grand.
Doing grand. Bought a 17WRX modded with NVIDIA exhaust. I keep getting a cell for rear O2 sensor, so no catalytic converter. Any solutions to help me pass emissions, or do I need to change my exhaust? Live in Illinois. I'm going to be honest, the easiest way is just change your exhaust. Put one with a catalytic converter back on there, go to your emission stuff. If you want, go back, swap it back out if that's what you're into. There's not really a way to trick the system to delete a rear O2 sensor if you're not running one. I'm sure there's a way to disable it in a tune, but you're probably going to have to try to find a tuner that would be willing to do that.
Sorry, I was clearing my throat.
I thought you were going to say something.
But did he say he deleted his rear O2?
I keep getting a cell for rear O2 sensor.
Get a non-fouler.
Isn't that the little trick guy?
Yeah, spark plug non-fouler, and it's the same thread as a O2 sensor.
Yeah, it tricks it?
Just, plug that in. I literally ran that on my SRT before I got anything tuned for it.
Is a 17WRX going to interpret that, or is it going to be too smart for it?
No, all it does is it just has a smaller hole, so it's only reading a little bit of the exhaust, so it's making it think it's filtering it out to trick it. You can get different sized ones.
What about the visual inspection?
They're not going to see that.
They're not going to see it.
No, dude, these things are like tiny little screw-in things.
What is it called?
A non-fouler.
Non-fouler?
Spark plug non-fouler.
O2 right there.
And if anyone asks, I didn't tell you this.
What do you mean? We are just... This?
Yeah.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
Mini cat. It's a mini cat. So this little tiny portion is the cat.
That's weird. That's like actually meant to trick a cat.
Wait a minute. How are they able to sell these? These testers are not for street applications, are intended for non-road use.
That's how they're able to sell them.
It has a mini 400 cell cat in it to help in evaluation. The Racing Dynamics mini cat converter is manufactured out of a stainless steel. So do you drill a hole and then you just thread it in and put that nut on there, or do you weld the nut on?
No. So that screws into where the O2 sensor would normally screw into. Then the O2 sensor screws into the end of that.
Oh!
So it goes in between the O2 sensor. Again, if anyone asks, I didn't tell you that.
What do you mean? I don't... Well, it's literally...
But I don't have emissions here, so I don't care.
Yeah, we don't have emissions in Washington State.
I don't care.
I've seen these ones. I've seen these where it's like this little elbow. If it'll load... I can close out of that tab. I've seen these ones before. These, like, weird 90s.
All they do is just pull it away, and they normally have a lower restrictor.
Do they? Look at that. It looks so cute. That actually looks like a Subaru.
And then if somebody looks
It's
at
not.
it, you can be like, it's just one of
Is
those
that a
anti-drone
Subaru?
pipes.
The transmission mount looks like it's not. Those studs are way too long. Well, there you go. Snag one of these for $19.95 at ISR Performance, and that'll hopefully allow you to pass inspection. But well, that's what I'm saying though. If they do a visual inspection, are they going to see something like that?
No,
And
they're not
flag
going
it?
to lift the car up.
Some states do.
No.
I can't guarantee if they look at it, they'll pass it, but scan-wise, it'll pass. Swapping it to drift, so I'm doing an LS-T56 swap. I can drop it right into an FRS after I destroy the RX-8. I like the way the Fox thinks. I like this.
Nice.
I like this, Fox. I want photos. Yeah, if you put the key in and don't crank it right away, it doesn't start. So you have to immediately put the key in and crank it. No idea why. I think it's a check. I think it's got a check engine light. We took it to Subaru a couple of times. I have no idea what's wrong. Well, if it has a check in, find out what the check engine light is. Let me know what the check engine light is. If you can go out there and scan it, that'll give us heaps of information to be able to try to even like think of that, because I have, off the top of my head, I have no idea. Stick the key in. If you don't turn it right away, it doesn't start, but it'll crank, but it won't start. But if you stick it in, and
literally the only thing I could see is like either some issue
Fuel
with
pump.
the evap system, potentially a fuel pump issue, or a leaking injector. So you're actually drowning the cylinder when you let it sit there and pump and pump.
evap, why evap?
If it's like not pressurizing properly from the fuel tank side, you can get where it doesn't start. Your car will crank really long and then finally start up if, like the top canister cover, if you don't have it fully sealed, then it'll like create some stupid issue with vacuum.
Interesting.
I don't know, it's weird.
Interesting. Just got my group speed from an intercooler installed. Ethanol tune on June 9th. Woo!
I want ethanol.
I want to go back to ethanol. It'd be really easy for me to go to ethanol at this point. All I have to do is buy a flex fuel sensor.
And if people run out of gas.
What's the price of E85 in Washington right now? I saw on Devin Niemela's channel it was like $4 in Spokane.
Oh, really?
$4. E85 price, Washington.
Price.
State. Pros.
Prose.
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 Croissant.
E85 prices in Washington. What are they at right now? We can get E15?
E15.
Wow, look at all those E85 stations we have.
Woo! Look at that, baby!
So, where is that one? Is that JBLM? That's got to be JBLM. That's JBLM. Wait, what? Where is this? There's one. Hello, what is this?
Off of 112?
What? They sell E85 here?
Oh,
McCord Air Force Base.
Oh, man.
Well, is it going to show me no prices available? Of course not. Why is there a baby? Why am I getting an ad for a baby?
He's a baby.
Show E15. Do we have E15 in Washington
Why
State?
the hell would you want E15? That's just like enough to piss your car off.
We don't even have it. We don't even have it. Show E85. We can't even get any prices. Oh, here we go. 308. I will gladly pay 308 for E85.
That's cheaper than premium.
You know, I know. Premium right now is 410. 410. Also, Stefan, appreciate the dono, man. Appreciate the dono, my friend. Always coming in and kill it every single time. That price is also from 2019.
It might be cheaper now.
Well, I think back in, when was it? May? No. August of last year when I was buying E85, I think it was like $2.70 a gallon. Which I'll take any day of the week.
Make our own E85.
Make our own E85?
Start getting
Oh my
cream
god.
corn cans and stuff.
Will it show me like E85 and... What is this?
Are you still on E15?
That's that's Washington. No, this is E85. Why don't we have E85? Stop with the box. What is this?
That's probably where Devin gets his.
Probably. That's from 2018. I wish we had more E85, man. We get so gypped on E85 up here. I want to convert back to E85. Use sand and lather the gel and the rust dies. That's what this Rust-Oleum gel. Interesting. Cheap and decent quality for a turbo header. What header do you have, NVIDIA? That's like somewhat cheap, right?
I think it's like, I honestly don't remember. It's been years.
NVIDIA.
Also, I'm pretty sure mine's
header,
cracked, so I wouldn't
super.
really recommend NVIDIA.
You also wrapped yours.
I did.
Wow, that much for NVIDIA? Here we go. That's kind of cheap. I don't know what your definition of cheap is either, but like...
Is that the...
Why is there an O2 sensor right there?
That's not the one I have.
Why is that...
That's a... What is that?
What is this?
This is like
this
a
is
conversion for a FA or something.
No,
It's an
no.
FRS.
No way.
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
FRS.
Oh, it is FRS right there. That's why it's cheaper.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I was like, what the heck is going
I mean, honestly, I would go on YouTube, eBay, see what you can pull up on eBay, and kind of just go for... Actually, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Doug, this is for you, man. Subaru 1.8 liter turbo header? Turbo manifold. Boom. Boom. What do we got? Ooh, that's expensive. That's not even... What? That's not even what we're looking for right here. Is anything even going to come up? That's NA. That's NA. I don't even think anything's going to come up. Is this a TGV? Why is this $387? What? That says engine intake manifold. Is this an intake manifold? Am I being lied to? Am I being lied to right now? Fits 04 to 06.
No, they're just confused on their wording.
Interesting. That's still a lot.
I
$387.
would take your factory header and cut that bish off.
And just have someone...
And just have somebody make an up pipe to a turbo.
That is what I would do as well. Also, Theran? I always get names so bad. Appreciate the dono, my friend. Don't want eBay header. Oh, honestly, like Matt suggested, I would just have somebody buy one. Just buy flanges. Just have some... It uses EJ20 headers like a WRX. Just use... Why not just use normal stock headers then? Stock headers aren't that bad, unless you're like specifically wanting to go equal length at that point. But if you're looking at that...
mimic all of the different donation things.
All the cats, you're going to do it. Lamb, appreciate the dono, my friend. I mean, if it just uses standard EJ20 header, what are some good ones that I can think of that aren't crazy expensive? There's NVIDIA. NVIDIA is somewhat up there in price. ETS is stupid expensive. Killer Bee is stupid expensive. Who else makes headers? Come on. Throw some out there.
Tomei, are they?
Tomei, you're a genius.
Are they Shindy boys?
You're a genius. How much are Tomei headers? EJ. We'll do EJ 205. We'll just do that. We'll just pull up an EJ 205. How much are they?
Cheap.
I mean, HKS
For the win.
$680. And it comes with a heat shield.
Freaking heck yeah.
Oh, this is for 2008 plus STI.
Oh no.
JK.
Okay,
That's for a 2.5.
If you can make it, just put some stuff in there and bolt it up.
What is with this? That's an interesting bracketry weld right there. Come on, can we learn how to take photos before uploading them, you guys?
Cell phone cam.
That's like blurry cell phone cam.
Rally Sport Direct was like, God, just get this off the car.
Just HKS doesn't seem too bad. I'm pretty sure they make multiple years as well. The 2012 STI is bone stock and not beaten, trying to get into stage 2. Well, Xander, like we said, scan that code, pull up the code, let us know what the code is. We can help diagnose a little bit more from there. Hey man, question. So I have that code of the secondary air pump on my 2013 STI. Do I have to retune it out? Yes, you do if you want to delete the secondary air pump and get the tune to completely disappear. Just taking the code off doesn't do anything. It cuts boost. It shouldn't. The whole point of the secondary air pump is literally just to pump air during cold starts. It's the entire purpose of that secondary air pump. If it is cutting boost, I would think that's a separate issue from the secondary air pump. But back to the original question, to permanently get rid of the code, yes, you are going to have to tune out the code. Stage 2 with J-pipe, big SF intake, 93 E-tune, stage 2. What next without E85? We don't want E85, so he's stage 2, so he's a J-pipe, big SF intake. Air oil separate, do you have an AOS? A boost controller, intercooler? Fuel pump, low pressure fuel pump. You don't need high pressure fuel pump. Throw some FA20 mods out here.
Pencil holders.
Pencil holders.
They still make them.
The egg gases regulator. Delete. I need to come up with like fancier names for these. Just EGR delete if you can get one.
You have to buy a WRX to be relevant.
An FA20?
Yeah.
I kind of want an FA20 WRX. You want to go buy them together?
Sure.
I mean, I'd be down to go buy like a 2016 WRX if you want to go get one. We'll just go buy two. Do we get a package deal if we buy more than one?
I would assume.
And we could race them.
I mean, That's how that
We could race my FA20 versus your FA20.
Yeah, like you just have to go in at the end of the month and go, how many sales do you need to really make your manager happy right now?
2 WRX sales?
We need exactly 2. Well, you have 3 hours left and you got 2 guys right here if you're trying to give us a deal.
Yeah, come on, just give us wholesale price on it and we'll be out of your hair. How do we buy cars from wholesale? I want to be able to do that. Because you get cars cheap.
Let's just register ourselves as a Subaru dealer.
Who just texted me?
A miniature.
Did you get a text
Subaru
or was that
dealer.
just me?
I got a something.
I don't even know what this is. Who texted me? I don't even have this number saved.
That was
You got it too? Oh god.
it's Haley.
Oh, I was about to say I got put in a group chat. Got a free flowing exhaust on my 06 and noticing a lot more popping. Is that normal? I mean, it's relatively normal. You'll get it here and there. Like my 05 pops every now and then. Your 05 pops every now and then.
Man, if he doesn't have a cat anymore or something like that,
And then it's really going to pop,
so.
yeah. I'm moving to Cali next month. Not my choice, but I don't know if E85 is out there. They have E85 everywhere in California.
They're all about that.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that I've noticed. You could get, from what I've understood and what people have told me in live streams in the past, is that you could get in trouble for converting your gasoline car to E85 in California, but E85 burns cleaner.
These rules are just...
I don't understand.
Just to have power over people.
Don't understand. But yes, they do have E85 pretty much everywhere in California. LOL pencil holder. 2.4 versus 3-inch turbo inlets. Will I lose any horsepower or boost on the smaller inlet? Having a hard time finding info on this. The only time you need to go to a larger turbo inlet is when the physical compressor housing on the turbo is larger. It's the only time you need to. Don't buy a 3-inch turbo inlet if the compressor housing size on your turbo is 2.4 inch. It's not going to fit.
Yeah, and you've still got a restrictor there.
Yeah.
Right before it, so.
So just match whatever turbo inlet you're getting with the compressor housing size on the turbo that you either have or that you are getting. Will access port take away warranty? Yes, it will. But, I mean, I've seen some dealers are relatively chill with it. As long as you're honest with it. Like, a dealer can see when the ECU's been reflashed. Is it PID, CID? What's the number?
A CID and a CDN.
And the number changes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, when you go and you install an access port and you flash a tune on there, the number on the ECM changes. They have access to be able to see that information, whether you uninstall the access port or not. So if you're fine potentially losing out on warranty claims that you might make on the car if something were to go wrong, don't do it. On the other hand, if you're fine fixing issues, if anything were to break, by all means do it. I say do it, though. This... Connect. Appreciate the dono, my friend. Is it true we can't run air oil separator during winter? That is not true at all. If you live, there's a caveat. If you live somewhere that gets... Oh, that's you. If you live somewhere that gets extremely cold, I'm talking like negative 40, I wouldn't run an air oil separator in the wintertime. I would run a catch can because the oil return line coming off of the AOS can freeze due to moisture buildup in there. If you have that line freeze and oil's not properly able to drain back into the PCV system, it's just going to create issues. So, can you? You definitely can, but if you live somewhere where it gets extremely cold, I wouldn't suggest it. Jose, coming in here, click that like button, guys. That's what I'm saying. To the guy wanting a 2021 WRX access port, they should be launching soon. It should be. You know, I told you that they made Cobb made access ports for the Ascents, right? Were you here during that live stream?
No.
Oh yeah, dude, check this out. Check this out. This blew my noodle. Cobb tuning. You're gonna start seeing soccer moms coming in to Subaru, rolling in with their stage 2 tunes. Let's go product.
They don't have it in the picture. You don't just have a giant whale in the back.
Is that what we're calling them?
Yeah.
Crosstrack came out when? 2020? Is that right?
The
Not Crosstrack, Ascent.
19.
19. Okay, so we'll just do 2020 then. Ascent. CVT. Find products. Bro.
Blow up the
I want a
CVT.
Mazda Speed, man.
They're kind of fun.
Products. View all products. They only have a stage 1 mode right now. Does that mean they have an intake for it? Access port. Check this out. Check this out. We got an Ascent right here. Boom! You can get yourself an access port for your Ascent.
Look at how smooth that graph is.
Look at that, man.
Woo.
AP3 sub 005. I never thought I'd see the day. Dude, on a stage 1... Oh, they give you can use either 87 or 93. That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. On
Look at that.
93, a 21% horsepower bump and a 21% torque bump.
Kathy ain't never gonna beat you to soccer practice.
How much power do they ultimately make? Or how much power do they make on the graph? I gotta like...
I don't think it says.
Yeah, I mean, they have horsepower right here.
It's really...
I know, they gave us the smallest.
Small.
So top one is 93, blue line is torque, so it made over 300 torque. And I'd say it peaked out at like 280 horsepower.
I don't know why they don't just give that more power.
I don't know.
It's a big car, man.
Come visit us at Cobb sometime, Tanner. Are you down at Cobb, Canton? Do you work at Cobb? Are you at Cobb? I always felt like Cobb hated me for some reason.
What?
I don't know.
Without Cobb, our passion can't be reality.
But I mean, you're not wrong. I always felt like manufacturers hate me for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like an undying fear to be loved. I just want to be loved.
The things I do for love.
Oh, the things. We had Bucky Lassick in the other day, tuning one of his rally cars. What?
Oh, yeah.
Do you work at Cobb? Do you work at Cobb down there? Well, you know, I was at Cobb a couple of years. 2014, I think, was the last time I was at Cobb. Like in Texas, Cobb.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was cool.
Can't say I've ever been there.
Really?
Yeah, I've never really left the West
I
Coast.
think it's in Austin. I'm pretty
Unless
sure it's
you
in
consider,
Austin,
like,
Texas. The production supervisor! Oh, I gotta go down to Cobb now! I'd totally be down. Back when Cobb owned tuning places, I had Cobb Plano down in Texas tune my 08 STI. Phenomenal job. It was a cool shop. And then I think at the time Cobb owned Surgeline too. Mm-hmm. And I had them do, obviously Chris over there has done multiple of my cars, but that'd be cool if I'm ever down there and I ever get the opportunity. I'd totally be down. That'd be fun. That'd be so fun.
Go kick it with Bucky Lassick.
I feel like you wouldn't like me. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking too far into it. That's what I tend to do. I will have to check. I forgot what we're having to check, but woo. Chat is there. Chad, is there 93 in Cali? Is there? I don't know. Let's go on a road trip. Let's do a road trip. We can take the 05 and Chewy. We can take both the 05s.
I'm scared of Chewy, man.
Why?
He's done too good for too long. You know there's something creepy.
Your car is way too overbuilt for the power you're making.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
nothing's gonna happen.
It's got a lot of miles on it.
Okay.
So I'm not talking engine problems. I'm talking like some stupid like a sensor failing.
I've got a stupid problem with mine right now.
What?
Every time I go over bump, front left, something's squeaking down there. I have no idea what it is.
My suspension's starting to be a piece of shit.
Mine is too.
Every time now it just feels like everything's all floaty and stupid
Woo!
over stuff.
I will check Instagram DMs shortly after this live stream. But yeah, mine's doing the same thing.
And then it's
Suspension
all creaky.
stuff.
Start to creak.
Mine's not creaky
Granted,
yet.
they're
Mine's
BCs and
squeaky.
I've had them on there for like 40,000 miles.
Have you?
So, yeah.
Your BCs
I put a lot of miles on the car, dude.
Your BCs? I didn't know your BCs has 40,000 miles on them, though.
Yeah, so they're probably needing a rebuild.
Why not just put...
I'll put the BCs...
On mittens.
On the Legacy.
Yes.
I'll get better stuff.
Fortunatos.
Chewy.
Fortunatos.
Can they upgrade to V3?
Who?
Fortunatos.
What do you mean V3?
Or the whatever the hell the
Swiss Spring?
The higher end
Mono something?
something.
Mono block?
Whatever the hell they're
Monos.
They only offer their lowest end stuff for Outbacks and Legacies.
They will build you custom suspended. You just have to contact them. Shoot them an email, give them a call. They'll build you whatever you want.
Okay.
As long as you pay them.
I'll call them out.
You just gotta pay them.
I gotta pay them?
Obvi-
Oh, that sucks.
Obviously.
I'm gonna do it for free?
Thanks for the input. Would the P2227 borrow code prevent the car from idling? Yes, it would. Because the borrow's reading atmospheric pressure, so it's using the map sensor and the borrow sensor to determine fueling factors, air intake factors like that. So by removing the borrow sensor, it'll fully rely off of the MAF and the map sensor, and not necessarily on the borrow sensor so much. So not having a borrow sensor in there will cause the car to die. It won't work. WNY. Where's WNY? Winnie? Wyoming? Winona Ryder. I have no idea where that is. It's a combustion rate. I don't know what that one's in reference to either. I am so far back in comments right now. Oh, I'd love to meet Bucky
West
Lassie.
New York.
Bucky seems like a genuinely nice dude. Everyone's saying that.
He's cool, and I liked him as a skateboarder.
I liked him as a skateboarder,
I picked him
too.
a lot in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
You know, I saw somebody beat, I think it was the world record in Tony Hawk Pro Skater the other day for most points in 2 minutes. I think it was like 85 million.
Oh my god.
You get 85 million points in 2 minutes on that game?
So many manuals.
Dude, it was a continuous line.
Just do something, manual it out.
I know, and then just grind onto the next rail.
Yeah.
Like coming to a stop, that's going back up to the other one. I think with the lightweight flywheel, if the car's not tuned, lightweight flywheel has nothing to do with tune. So the lightweight fly, we talked about in this last stream. Lightweight flywheel will cause the car to rev up differently, but it's not going to need a tune differently. That would be absurd if you had to get a tune just for swapping out a flywheel. That would suck. You go to swap your clutch out, you're like, well, need a retune. Swap into a lightweight flywheel.
Yeah.
What coilover should I get for my 21WRX? Honestly, what I tell everybody is if you're just daily driving the car, BC, BR coilovers, just fine for daily driving. If you want something a little bit better, a little more higher end, and you plan on doing a lot of spirited driving, track events, Fortunato 500s, if you really want to ball out, get the Swiss Spring upgrade or the Hyperco upgrade, well worth it. I had them on my old 07 STI. They felt great. I liked them. I digged them. Digged them? Is that a...
Dig him.
Is that... No, that's not a word, is it?
Dig Dug.
Don't get the Faction Fab. Worst purchase of my life. Oof. Sup, Tanner? How's your guys' night going so far? Not too bad, Teddy. How's your night going, my friend? How's your night going, Matt?
It's going great.
It's going great. It's going great. I might as well be driving on 2x4s. Ooh, that sounds awful.
Ooh.
I want to get...
I think I've seen pictures of people who actually did that.
Oof. I want to get this clear. Can you explain what is full bolt-on considered? I can't necessarily explain that because everybody has a different definition of what FBO is. For me, full bolt-on, my 05 STI, I consider full bolt-on. No, because it doesn't even have an intake manifold. I can't even consider it full bolt-on.
It's got an upgraded turbo.
But I wouldn't consider it full bolt-on. Turbo is a bolt-on. Intake manifold's a bolt-on.
I think full bolt-on is just like intake exhaust.
That's stage 2, man.
I don't care.
Come on.
It's all the standard stuff to make the factory engine breathe.
See, this is what I'm saying, though. We have everybody has different definitions of FBO.
It's just a stupid term.
Same with...
Stupid term.
I as much as I've made videos on the stages of cars, yes. I've never been a huge fan of describing a car's modifications in terms of stages. It's a really good marketing term and technique. But when it comes to like modification, just full bolt-on to me is like every bolt-on you can put on the engine. To me, that's what FBO is. If I had an intake manifold on my car, I'd call it an FBO. It's got a stock intake manifold. Everything else has been swapped out at this point. Everything that's a bolt-on, I guess I should say. No, I can't even say that. I can't even, because technically...
I wouldn't consider it.
I don't know. I'm going...
Full bolt-on. Let's give up on that. Full bolt-on.
But that logic, everything is a bolt-on, including a built engine. Christian's not wrong!
I bolted on new heads.
He's not wrong. See, this is what I'm saying. Is why I don't like the definition of FBO.
It's a stupid term.
It's
a stupid term. Stages are dumb.
I'm going to say... I can't. E85 would be full bolt-on too, because then I just bolt on an ethanol sensor. I can't do this.
If you use a wrench for it,
I can't
do
this. If it has
a motor apart with a wrench,
if it has a bolt
on,
I'd like to see you take a motor apart with only a wrench.
What if the component you're talking about doesn't bolt on, but it screws on?
Do you think it's possible to only take apart an engine with a wrench?
Yeah.
How would you get the head studs out or the head bolts?
With using the wrench as a hammer for several days.
Yeah, I hear you on the 93. Sometimes it runs a little bit rich. See, that's what I'm saying. Yes, I have a failsafe with my water meth system. Reason I go with this is that way we don't have flex fuel here. So if I want something to run my engine cooler, I need water meth, so it's pro installed too. Water meth is very good. It's a very good application to be able to have. Personally, I'd rather just run the 85, but as long as you have a failsafe in there, 100%. At least you can still buy new 13Bs from Mazda. Questionable rebuild quality, though. Can you? Mazda still sells 13Bs? Media currently stage 2 on an FA20 is fuel pump and in or eject. All right, so you don't have swappable injectors on the FA20. I don't even think they make replacement injectors for the direct injection system on that car. I would get a low pressure fuel pump if you're already stage 2. You do not need to swap out the high pressure fuel pump. I'd say until you're shooting for north of like 450 horsepower. Genuinely. I think the only one out there is the Nordstrom fuel.
Nordstrom?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Nordstrom.
Like the...
Yeah, hold up. Nordstrom high pressure fuel.
If you want the cheaper one, you get the Nordstrom rack.
Yeah, you go to the rack. Nostrum. My bad. That's so expensive for a fuel pump too.
Yeah.
$800 for that.
It's a high pressure fuel pump.
Why is it so expensive though? What wizardry is hiding inside of this to make it $800?
I mean, if it's seeing like thousands of PSI, do you want somebody to
Okay, all right, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right? You're not wrong.
Not to mention that hits a cam lobe, so do you want that to come apart and then fall into your head?
Okay, you got a point.
So
40% increase in fuel capability versus stock, capable of 600 plus on E85, ethanol compatible up to E100. Can you go above E100? No, you can't. I don't know why I thought you could go above E100.
E110, I shoved more in there.
E200.
It's extra corny.
The pump took less than 20 minutes to install. Works great. In love. The high pressure fuel pump is honestly the best. $800. Oh, okay, yeah, $788.
It's the best $800 you've ever spent.
I don't know. I spent $800 on some pretty good things.
I've spent $800 on some pretty dumb things.
I've spent $800 on actually some pretty questionable things. Oh, that's where it goes right there. Look at that. Easy.
It looks all nice. Everybody's going to stare at your engine and be like, man.
Everyone's going to see that and be like, well, look at the discreet little N logo right there. They're going to be like, geez.
Wish I had that.
You wish you had that?
Wish I had that.
Just this fuel pump or the FA20?
All of it, man.
All of it? Oof.
Nice looking fuel pump.
Isn't it? The problem with an FD swap is that I'm not made of money. That's what people told me about the EG33, and you just gotta dump a bucket here and there into the car. Every now and then.
Hi.
Hello. Would you like to... Alright, come here. Come here. Alright, there you go.
Perfect.
Small dog, you take it from here. Any FA20s here with top mount intercooler upgrade that regret not going front mount? I mean, Matt regrets it on his EJ. It's not even FA.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Just go front mount. Just go front mount.
I would say an upgraded top mount intercooler is like the worst purchase ever.
Just my nose.
Period.
Don't stick your tongue up my nose, man. I'm your oldest fan! Keep up the Subaru content. I had my bug eye since 2006. You're not leaving me, small dog. You wanted to come up here. Appreciate the support, my friend. So are you gonna start the pencil holder business? A couple people have asked me to start selling pencil holders. IAG still sells pencil holders. The whole reason I made that video was in the event... Small dog. Whole reason I made the pencil holder video was in the event that we can no longer get pencil holders. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to know how to do. It's not hard to do. It probably took me 20 minutes to do one of those little ports in there. They're not hard to do. That's not time consuming. If people are doing like DIY ones to save a little bit of money, I think it's a good DIY. If somebody who doesn't want to spend $250 on aftermarket pencil holders, they can just do a set at home for $12 in materials. They don't look under your car in Illinois. They just check OBD. Oh, then yeah, you should be totally good with the little trick system. What you called it? The
non-fouler.
Non-fouler. Should have clarified. It dies when you come to a stop and instead of engine braking. Sometimes I push in the clutch. Well, if it's dying whenever you go to push in the brake, that makes me think it's a vacuum leak at that point because the brake booster is applying vacuum pressure. So something in the system, I would just smoke test the car. Just smoke test the car, fully eliminate the possibility of vacuum leaks. You said you're fairly confident that there's not a vacuum leak. I would just spend, the extra half hour, smoke test it, make sure. Thanks for being an inspiration for me going from stage 0 to stage 3 in a matter of 2 months, media. Hey, I'm glad I can help others aspire to void warranties and make power. That's what I'm here for. I paid $3.85 per gallon in Arlington, Washington. Yeah, see, gas $2.85 here, about 80 cents cheaper than 93. That's all I'm saying, man. We just need to go E85. I could do literally all I have to do is buy an ethanol sensor. That's all you have to do too. We could both convert to E85 if we just.
I didn't think they made anything for mine.
An ethanol sensor?
No, I mean, I can put an ethanol sensor on there, but
Then what do you
Cobb
mean?
doesn't make a way to tune it for mine. They make a way to tune it for manuals.
Why wouldn't they
They
be
release
able to...
the manual maps.
Why
and
wouldn't they
everything.
be able to tune it for an
Why would it be
auto?
different? I don't
It
know.
shouldn't be different.
But apparently it is. Cobb doesn't offer... If you look on Cobb's website, they don't offer anything for the automatics.
Okay, we're gonna... Hold up. We're gonna go take
Automatics suck.
We're gonna take a peek. Products, I want to...
Make me a time machine so I can go back, and when I look at that car, I could have just been like, oh, it's an automatic.
2005. You're telling me they don't do any ethanol stuff for yours?
The last time I checked.
When was the last time you checked?
Like a couple months ago.
Because
Because they went, guess what?
automatic.
We released an ethanol kit for the manuals.
You have automatic transmission.
Do I?
Do you?
Do I?
Products. View all products. Why didn't I just click that one? Just view... Whatever. Fuel system. I don't see why it would be any different to tune an auto versus a manual. They really don't make anything for your car, do they? 2006 Spec B? Would that work for your car?
No. See, there's a
The
506.
Yeah, that's yours right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the whole kit and caboodle. Oh, no. Oh, that's FXT. No, go back to that one. There we go. Come on.
$800.
Subaru Flex Fuel Ethanol Sensor Kit 3-pin for Legacy GT Outback XT 05 to 06. That's your car. Attention, this item is not compatible with your current vehicle configuration. It really doesn't work for automatic transmissions? See, look, not legal for sale or use in any California emission-compliant controlled motor vehicle. But E85 is more environmentally friendly. You'd think that would be one that is... While we believe that these parts comply with the EPA's anti-tampering policy, we have not completed the testing carb. Okay, so they're working on it. Why would this not work with an automatic transmission? I don't understand. Would this be 20... It clearly says 0506 in there. Come on.
Come on, dude.
Come on. I just want to see if it...
Oh, there we
5EAT. Is there any plans to bring this kit to the automatic transmission platform? I currently have Delicious Tuning's Flex Fuel Kit. So I guess Delicious Tuning makes one for your car. And it works well for what it does. I'm just looking to see if there's something better. Where's this one? Is this the answer to this question?
Yeah, they said it's possible they may release one, but
Just no ETA yet. Interesting.
Kyle.
Let me... Delicious Tuning. I probably spelled... There's probably type... No? Okay. Hold up. Let's see what they have for your car.
Because if we just put my car on E85, I'd be at like 460.
You'd be making what my car makes on pump gas.
Mad rocking it.
Where's products? How do I buy? How do we look at stuff? I'm in 2013 BRZ. That's my problem right there. How do I... Delicious Tuning. How do I... Store. Subaru.
Suba.
05 to 09 Legacy GT and OBXT parts and accessories. Here we go. 05 07 takes the guesswork out of all. I don't see anything in here. Transmission type automatic. So they do it for automatic.
What is different?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know. Does anybody know why? I don't know. It probably doesn't work with the automatic because the transmission tuning won't work well with the tuned engine, like shift pressure, gauge, and timing. Matt has a built transmission, though. He has a built 5EAT. It should be able to handle it just fine. The TCM should be able to adjust for it.
The only thing I could see is maybe, since 5EAT tuning's really weird, you gotta... Manual swap the car!
The better question is why Matt has an automatic transmission.
We've already gone over this, okay? I bought that car back when I wanted a daily that my girlfriend at the time could drive to.
Bro, what do you think of the fuel pump?
I had problems. I used to go out places, get drunk a lot, and then she'd have to drive home. She couldn't drive a Mini.
Hold up. I want to come back to your thing real quick after I get to the... I want to read this one. It says, bro, what do you think of the fuel pump that Devin Niemela put on his girlfriend's STI? It's this new weird Beachworks one.
Is it a brushless?
It makes some fun noises.
Is it a brushless?
I don't remember. I'm gonna have to watch the video again.
But the only weird new...
I want to show you that after this because it caught my attention earlier, so I'm just making a mental note right now. Anyways, back to why you got an automatic transmission.
I already finished that.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I said I used to be a dumb kid and I had problems and would drink a lot because I was like 21, 22.
That's what everyone did.
That's what you do,
That's
right?
what everyone did when they were 21, 22.
And so, yeah, I would not be able to drive home often. She can drive manual.
So that's why you got the automatic.
So I was like, perfect. This car's super clean. It's an auto. She'll like it.
Let's get you an auto.
And now I regret it.
Or let's get you a manual. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm stressing out on my car. It ran fine on Cobb OTS Stage 2. I changed injectors, fuel pump, and base tune from Delicious Tuning, and it idles fine, but it feels like fuel cut when in boost. Tune issue? Well, it sounds like you're on a base tune. You just said you're on a base tune, so if you're on a base tune, normally they'll limit you so you can't get into boost when you're on a base tune. It's just, especially e-tuning, that's what they do. They want to make sure that the car is idling properly, that your normal driving logs are good. After you sent those logs back over to Delicious and you start getting into the parameters of power pulls, then they're going to start opening up boost to you. But if you're on a base tune, you shouldn't be getting into boost anyway, so you're probably hitting fuel cut intentionally. They probably put that there as a fail-safe for the car. That 17 STI Devin put together sounds really good. It does. I'm curious to see how long it lasts. You put a 58 rotated setup on a stock long block.
Nice.
How long do you think it'll last?
Depends on how much power it's making.
I think it's at I don't remember. I think he claimed like 500 on it. I'm curious.
Depends on how she drives it.
I am just curious to see how long that lasts. I'm curious to see if mine will blow up first or if theirs. One of them's gonna blow up. Probably be mine first. I turned it back up on the kill tune today.
Yeah.
I've just been sending it on the full chooches.
Was that the kill tune while I was in the car?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it felt pretty good.
That was second gear?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. I want to put it on E85, turn it up, and see what it will do. Chris did warn me. He was like, cylinder pressure is cylinder pressure, so if you keep going up, it's just it'll probably explode. That would be a gnarly explosion, exploding my block at 25 PSI.
You don't want to do that for a video.
Boom. Boom, big hole.
You need a car to drive.
Boom! What do you mean? I got my Subarus.
I'm not going to drop you off at school.
I got my Subarus.
Billy.
That's why I take the bus.
Yeah.
That's why I take the bus. Buy barrels of E100 and cut it down. We could do that, or we could just run it at full E100.
We should do that.
Why cut it down? E100. Fun times with souls. Appreciate the dono, man. What do you recommend doing maintenance-wise before Pro Tune? Bro, I got a whole video on that. One. Hold up. YouTube.
Now we're going to watch the whole video.
YouTube. Smedia. Wait, what did I call it? Dyno Tune? What did I...
That was Dyno Prep.
Dyno Prep. Right there. Boom.
Dyno.
Look at that. It's a
checklist.
second one. Pre-dyno checklist. What to check so you're not turned away. Go check that video out. It's got like all the information you could ever... Why is there like a minute ticker right here? What happens if I click on that? Why did it take me to 353? Who is this guy? Dude, I used to have a beard. I forgot about that. But for real, go check that video out. It should answer all your questions of what maintenance to knock out before your dyno tune. So that way that they just check off the list. So that way you're going to be good to go. Because I've almost been turned away before at dyno tunes. Multiple times because of like small, stupid issues that I should have taken care of and fixed before bringing the car down there. But I didn't even think about it.
Somehow Eric's never turned me away, but my car always breaks down on the way down there.
Does it? On the way to the tune?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's always the worst luck. The car runs perfectly every time except for when I'm driving down to Portland.
Really?
Yeah, it's been like out of the 4 times he's tuned my car, it's been 3 out of 4 times. It's something has just happened on that exit. The car breaks down, it's like a curse, and then I'm always getting towed in. And I'm like, hey Eric, car's gonna be on a flatbed.
So the Devin and his ladies STI 5858, people are saying that he's at 30 PSI on a 5858 on a stock long block. I don't know. I'm curious.
I mean, I'm not a stock long block.
You're not a stock long. Neither of us are stock long block.
I'm not ported heads.
Well, see, that's a thing that
and I'm
confuses
not
me.
cammed, and I'm at 25 PSI.
The stock cams just tend to run out.
A lot.
Yeah.
You need ported heads. The whole way of mixing power is how much.
I ran out of cam at what was it, 401 on the 17 STI with the FP Blue. I ran out of cam.
Yeah.
We couldn't get any more air in.
Because I mean, you can even. It's a perfect example between my Outback and your Blaubai.
Yeah.
The difference in power. They are literally the same engine for the most part. You have cams. I don't have cams. We both have built heads, not ported.
Yeah.
And you just having cams makes you make 50 more horsepower on 4 less PSI.
Yeah. There's just
it's
so
all
much
about
more
flow rate.
air.
An engine is literally just an air pump.
Yeah, we can. I mean, you're not wrong.
It is.
It's
An air pump, and it makes power off of how much air you can force in before it ignites.
That is true.
So the more air you can get in there, the longer the duration you can keep the valves open, the better
More fuel,
flowing the heads
more
are.
air, more
that
fuel,
is the more
bang.
power you will make on less PSI because it requires less to get it all in there.
I'm curious to see what the 17 will do. Well, that one's got 282.
That's gonna be stupid.
That one's got 282 cams
I
and
just
massive
want to port
porting.
my heads. I want to port my
I have
heads.
a Dremel in the garage.
I want to make sure they all flow the same.
That is true.
I don't trust myself.
That is true. Batter's done some like gnarly. Batter's tuning now.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, people are saying I should get the 17.
Doesn't he normally get tuned by JR?
I know. Last time I got tuned by OTL, offline performance.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious to see how his tuning endeavors go. I wouldn't mind if Batter like continuously tunes. I would be interested because we've been talking about getting Melanie like a hatch or like a blob eye wagon or something in the future and having him do like an e-tune for like that car. If that's something that he starts doing in the future, I think it'd be kind of cool. I think it'd be good. Mix it up a little bit.
That'd be dope.
I've only gone with 4 tuners in my life. I'm very particular about tuners. I'm very picky. I've always been very picky about tuners.
I think I've had 2.
I've had 4, and I've
I've
never.
had John at in front, and Eric at PRE.
I've had. I don't remember who it was at Plano who tuned mine. Also, Fun Times with Souls. Appreciate the donut, man. I'm still down to trade my 19 WRX for Karma. I can't do it. I can't do it. I went to Subaru today to go pick up some parts, and all the salespeople there were actually like, "Don't trade in. Never sell this car. Never sell this car." Battery you Steve tune. That's who it was. That's who it was. Bam.
Steve too.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to have him do like a WRX or an STI that we pick up in the future for Melanie. I think it'd be kind of fun. But anyways, we've been going for like almost an hour and a half. My mouse is about to die, and if my mouse is dead, my mouse is dead. So actually, we're not going to end the stream right now because I physically can't end the stream. So we're just going to keep going, and my mouse is going to sit there and charge a little bit. So we're just going to hang out. We're going to keep going through questions, comments. So we're not going to end it yet. Sup, Tanner? Finally off work early enough to catch a live stream. Looking forward to getting my Hawkeye worked on. Hey, I'm excited to do it. I think I'm doing Jose's right now, which that one should be done by Friday. I picked up the heads. I picked up the heads for his car last week. Heads Up, really good turnaround time from Heads Up. 1 day turnaround
They're quick,
time.
dude.
1 day turnaround
That's why we use
time.
them.
You guys use Heads. I thought you guys used Napa.
No, you Heads Up again.
Then why did you send me to Napa for my car?
We used to use Napa.
It was like a week turnaround time with Napa.
We use both. We use whoever is readily available.
Jeez.
But they both give us deals on it.
It's whatever. Yeah, Heads Up was like 1 day turnaround time. So I'm doing Jose's right now, and then it's either Lamb or Lam. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. Or Edgar. I don't remember. One of them's next. I don't know. There's so many engine builds I've lined up at the mod garage. Brian keeps track of them all for me.
Thanks, Brian.
You ever install a remote starter on any of your STS? I have not. Normally, whenever I start my car, I just stand out there with it. I've just never needed one or seen a need for them. I can't scroll through the old chat because my mouse is dead, so whatever comes up in the live chat is what I'm going through. You guys, my bad, mouse died. Wasn't expecting it to die. Do a 24-hour live stream.
A 24-hour
You want to do a 24-hour live stream?
We can do that.
We can get weird.
What the fuck?
We can get weird. I feel like the live
Just
stream...
our lives?
I feel like after about an hour, the live stream starts to get weird.
It'd be a 1 day live stream.
What do you mean? It's not like I can pick this up and walk around with it.
Why not?
Because there's a
You
cable.
can just do it from your phone.
You want me to
Can't you
live stream
switch
from
to
my
your
phone? I can't switch a live stream from my computer to the phone when it's going.
Then what we'll do is you start a live stream, then I'll start a live stream.
Then it's not a continuous stream. Then it's not a continuous stream.
It'll be different views.
Oh my gosh. I didn't see in the video, how did you take the Pilot, or how did you like the Pilot All Season 4s? I actually love those tires. Well, aside from the fact that I completely chewed them up when we went up to the mountains that one time, I honestly think I'll probably be using the Pilot All Seasons from now on over the DWs.
You like it more?
I actually do like them more. They grip so much. It's not that they grip better, but I feel like they grip sooner. If that makes sense. Like, I noticed with
Less chirpy?
They are definitely less chirpy. I haven't heard them chirp once.
Mm-hmm.
One time. They have not had any tractional issues with continuing to hold the grip. I personally love them. For the price, they're about the same as the DWs also.
I haven't had any issues with my DWs, but...
I never had any issues with mine either.
I'm a dumbass and I didn't ever actually align my car. It's always been eyeballed or, like, tweaked or lined up like that. So, and then hardly ever rotate them.
Well,
they wear fine, but, I mean, they're getting down there. I've had them on there for, like, 25,
dude,
30,000
try
miles
the
of just beating
Michelins.
the crap out of them.
Try the Michelins. Also, Habix, appreciate the donut, my friend. Thanks for the knowledge. Anytime. Stream on your phone. Would you guys even watch a 24-hour live stream if we did that?
Does it have a battery pack and shit?
I have like 5 battery packs.
I'm sure people would watch a 24-hour live stream. They're just not going to sit there for the whole fucking day watching us.
Why not?
Why mean, not? Really, though.
Why
you guys
not?
Like us that much to watch us for a whole day?
New gen motor, what's your take on that? On the FA24, we talked about it earlier. I'm assuming it'll have some issues from Subaru in the first 6 months to a year. After that, it should be fairly solid, just like everything else. Nothing wrong with the OTS Cobb stuff, just don't push it on 110%, my opinion. Agree. There's nothing... I've made videos on this. OTS tunes respond differently to every single car because there's so many variables that go into a tune. You have atmospheric pressure, temperature, sea level, modifications, engine health. There is so much that goes into it. Yes, 24 hours. I don't even know. LO, I'd tune in and out. I would try. Yes, I would be down and I would watch you during... I don't even know what I would do for 24 hours. Anyway, OTS tunes, some engines like them a lot better than others. I don't even know what I do for 24 hours. I'd have to stay awake.
Entire boring day.
Am I allowed to take a
24
nap?
hours? Can we do a 12-hour? Because, like, I
played Resident Evil
old,
for like an hour and a half.
I get kind of tired after a little bit.
I could make a schedule. We get weird. We could do some weird stuff.
Start out with maybe an 8-hour and then extend to
a full workday stream.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been debating starting to stream Xbox.
We could like knit.
I've been debating starting to stream like Xbox as I'm playing like Resident Evil or something.
I do that.
I've been debating it. Like I have a Twitch set up. I just never use it.
Same.
I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know.
The problem is I suck at
bring it. 25 hours. Let's go.
1 extra hour.
Tanner, what are your thoughts on the Nexen N500 Plus tires? Personally, not a huge fan of Nexen tires. I've used them in the past. Rather loud. Have you ever used them?
They're loud.
They're loud tires. Yeah. And I don't mind things in my car being loud. Hence why I have like solid mounts everywhere in my car. Loud exhaust, everything like that. But tire loud is like not my kind of loud. Same with
loud tires sometimes stress me out, and I think it's like a wheel bearing. You just get that same like whirring noise. You get really noisy tires.
Federals were probably the loudest tire I've ever had.
Yeah.
I did not like them. I actually took them off the car after 50 miles. I hated them so much. They were so loud. This is when I lived in Louisiana too. So A, the roads were garbage where I lived. Yeah. B, the tires were loud. I was like, I'm not doing this. Pulled it off the car. I was like, no, I don't want them. I'd watch you play Resident Evil. See, that's what I'm saying. All right, maybe I'll Twitch some Resident Evil tonight.
I think a Resident Evil stream is fun because, like, everybody else streaming Resident Evil does really well, but we're both kind of bitchy.
I've gotten it down pretty good. I've beaten the game 3 times.
Well, I guess at this point you don't jump to it.
I've beaten
the first time we were playing it was funny as hell.
It was. The baby. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Good night, Paco. Good night, man. Maybe if you keep a 24-hour live camera on your Flat 6 project.
It would just hide one for Kyle.
It would just be sitting there. Kyle, you just see Kyle walk into the car and stare at it.
I don't know what Kyle does when we're not in the shop, so I don't know if we'd want that.
We would legit just watch the stream and we just see Kyle walk up and be like, where do I want to put this? For like an hour. Right. It's too enjoyable. Stream you driving by Batterhouse drooling. He's on the other side of the state. I don't think people understand how far away he is. He's like 7 hours away. Like, we may be in the same state, but he's on the complete other side.
He's basically Idaho.
Let's get picky. Spark plugs, your opinion. NGK 2309s. There's nothing to get picky about there. That's pretty much all I use. That's what I have in the 17 STI and the EG33. That's what I have in the 05 STI. That's what you have. NGK 2309s, right? The laser iridium 1 step colder.
Yes.
When was the last time you changed your spark plugs in that car?
Whenever we did it at your house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably about time to change spark plugs.
It's been like 15,000 miles.
You just put new coil packs in there. Why not just change plugs?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Should have.
YouTube has YouTube Gaming. Do they? I'm going to have to look into this now. If you
Yeah,
aren't
they do.
already an affiliate on Twitch, you could just stream it on YouTube. But see, I don't know if I'd want to stream gaming stuff onto this channel because it's all car stuff. I don't know. Maybe I should expand and do like life stuff. I don't know. What did you think of the IEG block you built at the mod garage a while ago? Ooh, good question. The stage 4 one? I liked it. I actually really liked the block. The thing I didn't like about the 1/2-inch head studs was you have to... it's weird. So the head gasket, you have to thread the center 2 holes with the head stud. So you have to thread the head stud into the head gasket on the center 2 holes because the diameter is slightly smaller.
Yeah.
It's big enough to where you can thread the head stud through, and then it gets into the more narrow part. So you have to thread both of those middle ones in first, through the head gasket, then thread them into the block, and then you could thread the rest of the head studs in. Aside from that, I mean, it was like any other standard engine build I've done. You know,
Pretty annoying.
that's the only annoying part. Hello. 7 hours, and I can't even make it across the state of Texas. Trust me, I know. I've driven across Texas. It is a big state to drive across. What's happening with the Legacy, Matt?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know if I want to put a Type RA block in or just wait on it and swap everything from Chewy.
I mean, either way, you can make oodles of power.
Yeah.
Just send it with the powers. What? Just say it.
I made deviled eggs and beef enchiladas.
Ooh. Eggs. It's the eggs, man. I can't do
Okay.
deviled eggs.
I made
We'll be off in a
enchiladas.
second. We just got to get Tanner's
Really? Said it's fine.
mouse charged enough to end the stream.
It's the eggs. I just can't do the eggs. All right, my mouse is charged enough where I can actually move it again, you guys. We've been going for about an hour and a half. I'll do another stream tomorrow night because I don't have an upload for tomorrow. So we'll do another stream tomorrow. I'll probably do it in the afternoon. I'll do that one in the afternoon so that way it gives a little bit more variety. Matt, are you going to sell the SRT4?
Jamie, currently the topic is no.
Anyways, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna do another stream tomorrow at noon because I don't have an upload for you guys because we're a little all over the place with time frame on the fabricators. So I have half of that video shot. I'll probably edit that half tonight. But if you guys want to jump in the stream tomorrow night, feel free. Don't know what I'll be doing in that one quite yet, but we'll probably just kick it and answer some questions. Maybe if you guys want to shoot some car emails over with your photos, I might throw something up in the community tab if you guys want to. Actually, I'm gonna make a tab in the Discord for people to post up their cars for me to take a look at. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's a good idea.
That's easier.
Join the Discord if
That's
you're not.
easier. Yeah, I'll post a link to the Discord if you guys want to jump in the Discord. I'll make a little tab so that way you guys can do. We'll call it like submit your. We'll just do subscribers garage cars. We'll just do that one. But anyways, I hope you guys have an awesome Saturday night. Thank you everyone for swinging by. Appreciate all the donos, you guys. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next one, which is tomorrow at noon Pacific Standard Time. So peace out, homies. Woo! You see what I did there? Wow!